Good day. We're back with SportSpek. Matt, we got Vito Small Hands Schuster Smith, and we got Anthony Clinton Dix. And today we're going to talk about quarterbacks in the fantasy football realm. Anthony, start us off.
Well, fantasy football this year is a bit different than it was for the past 2 years. I'm going to tell you why. So, primarily, you're going to want to draft a quarterback in the 4th or 5th round. Past couple of years, you wanted to draft them in the first 3 rounds because quarterbacks are less valuable than they were in the past 2 or 3 years. Because essentially, you could put a quarterback in a decently good system, and they could play well. So, that's what I have to say.
Except Jay Cutler.
Yeah, Jay Cutler's
never plays
Jake,
well.
Not good all around, so... I mean, who are your top 3 quarterbacks fantasy-wise?
Top 3 quarterbacks. Oh my God! I think Matt should start out here because that's a loaded question there.
You know what? Besides the obvious of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, I'm sure you'll talk about them in a second. My guy has always been Drew Brees. 10 years in a row, he's almost thrown for 5,000 yards. I pick this guy every year in fantasy, and every year he does not disappoint. I mean,
he's getting up there in age.
Yeah, he is. He's 39, but the thing is, he's kicking.
He's only made, one Super Bowl? I think. 1 Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay, but look what the Saints have had. Another thing, too. Mark Ingram? He's suspended for 4 games, is he not?
Yeah, but they have that other running back.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara, but doesn't mean they're going to run the ball the entire time. He's got to throw a lot more now for the first few games.
He was a Pro Bowl running back.
He's a Pro Bowl running back. Doesn't matter.
So besides
Drew Brees' arms.
Besides that, 2 other quarterbacks. Who are you thinking?
2 other quarterbacks? A big guy in, I know you like him too. He's from the Texans, Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the big thing there is, his running game, his passing game. Before he tore that ACL last year, he was phenomenal. I mean, he was on the top of the leaderboards in fantasy football.
Yeah.
But the question is, are you going to take that risk again this year?
I would, primarily because he is a Pro Bowl
Would you draft him as your first quarterback, though?
No.
Okay.
I would draft him.
But is he going to be there in the later rounds, though?
Yeah, I would draft him.
I think so.
I would draft him 5th round. That's how I would draft Deshaun Watson.
That's fair.
And then we are in, what is this, Rolling Meadows? So what about our boy from Arlington Heights?
Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback this year.
This year?
Yes. I'm calling it right now.
It's a big word.
He was number 90 on the NFL Top 100. And
number 90? That's a big statement.
He only started 5 games.
Okay.
He only started 5 games. He's 8-0, I think, as a starting quarterback. That's pretty hard to do.
Okay.
And he's learned he sat behind the best quarterback of all time.
Who is that?
Tom Brady. So,
and needless to say, we've talked about Tom Brady before, but he's obviously a top quarterback, especially in fantasy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody knows it.
But then, Mr. Packer,
Aaron Rodgers.
he's the number 1.
Aaron Rodgers
got number 1.
If he doesn't break his collarbone again, I guess.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about cheeseheads here. We're Chicago.
But I think out of all the starting Pro Bowl quarterbacks, he has the least amount of interceptions throughout his NFL career. So that could just prove that he's the most accurate, most consistent quarterback. And that's somebody you would want on your team.
How do you think he's going to do, though, without Jordy Nelson?
It's going to be tough because he's going to be stuck with
his guy.
Like Randall Cobb, who's not that good of a wide receiver. Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. They're going to have to run the ball a lot this year.
But is that going to affect his fantasy score?
No. I don't think it will because he's that good of a quarterback. So he can make any receiver into a better wide receiver. So
fair enough.
Yeah, that
was a beautiful statement. I was touched.
Yeah, I was touched by that. Poetry.
That's a good.
Whitman, is that you?
Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's me. Another good quarterback is Carson Wentz. That's a solid.
If you can say another ACL though.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's a huge thing that come out from.
So is Nick Foles staying with the Eagles?
No way.
No.
If Carson Wentz comes out and he plays like he did last year before he tore his ACL, then Nick Foles is gone. How could you stay as a backup after winning the Super Bowl?
He won them the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, why would you stay as a backup though? Well, he's going to want out.
Any quarterback coach is going to want him.
Yeah, that's
that's another big thing. So he could go to a Buccaneers who are in need of a quarterback because Jameis Winston's not a good quarterback.
Well, that and he sexually attacks every woman he sees.
And he gets away with it. So
speculation.
FSU.
Yeah,
only speculation.
Yeah, and then of course Eli Manning, not that good of a quarterback. I wouldn't draft him till 12th round. To be honest with you.
So that would be like a number 2. Yeah. You need a backup.
Late number 2.
A late number 2.
If I need to.
So, speaking of late rounders, all right, let's talk about sleeper quarterbacks because I got a few on my mind. What do you think?
Me, personally, Blake Bortles. I know Jalen...
Him or his girlfriend?
Jalen Ramsey doesn't think so, which is a side because it's his own teammate.
Another thing to talk about. Jalen Ramsey, the funniest thing I ever saw, his interview, he was basically talking about which quarterbacks he liked and which quarterbacks he thought were trash. And he gave the most neutral answer possible for Blake Bortles. He goes, Blake got to do what he got to do.
That's true.
First of all, perfect English. All right, Jalen. Second of all,
it's 4-year education. That's what it does.
He calls Matthew Stafford, Andrew Luck trash. And then he goes, Blake Bortles, neutral. You know,
yeah, no, I
whatever.
know.
But that's an interesting choice, Blake Bortles.
Well, the Jaguars overall, they have the potential to make a playoff run too, because last year their defense was insane. Their offense is pretty good too. They had who'd they have at running back? Chris Ivory at running back. They had
they had the Forsett.
Oh yeah, Leonard Fournette. Yeah,
Fournette, the LSU.
Yeah,
kid.
Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, that kid was incredible.
Yeah, he was up there, and Allen Robinson's gone too. I'm pretty sure he's on the Bears now.
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah.
See, and that brings me to my next point. My sleeper quarterback, Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky. You know why?
He'll be good.
The thing is, he played 9 games last year.
Yeah,
9 games,
yeah.
2,000 yards. He threw 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. But the thing is, his passing completion rate was incredible. He had nobody to throw to.
Yeah,
you're forgetting the fact he has no one to throw to, and he will never have anyone to throw to.
Allen Robinson just joined.
Dude,
that's a legitimate
you're
wide
making
receiver.
A bet on Mitch Trubisky.
I'm not saying he's going to be incredible. I'm saying he's a sleeper.
Yeah, he's a sleeper.
When he plays, he sleeps.
Look who their head
he'll put up 17 to 20 points a game.
Easy. Yeah, I think he's a good second pick.
Yeah, I think
that's what I'm saying. Like late round sleep quarterback. And look at new coach Matt Nagy. What did he do with the Chiefs? He made Alex Smith look incredible. Alex Smith is not that great of a quarterback.
When he was on the 49ers, he wasn't that good.
That's what I'm saying. He came to the Chiefs.
Took his spot.
That's the thing. Yeah. So new coach Matt Nagy, they're very offensive. I don't see how Mitch is going to be terrible this year. Granted, their offensive line has to keep him from getting sacked so much.
Well, did you see that stat about the Chicago Bears backup quarterback? So, based on his salary, for every pass he throws in the NFL, he's been making $300,000.
Based on one pass?
Yeah, based off every pass, because his salary. Because he was a Heisman contender in college. He was a top 15 draft pick, so his rookie contract was insane, and he's making that much money for doing nothing.
Put me in, coach.
No,
put me in. Give me a chance.
It's
Give me my shot.
And speaking of Matt Nagy and the Chiefs, you guys got to answer me this: was it a good decision to get rid of Alex Smith and let Pat Mahomes start? You got to be kidding me.
I mean, that kid's out of Texas Tech, right?
Yeah, he's second-year quarterback.
Pretty sure he broke a lot of records in college. I don't know. I think Alex Smith is a better franchise quarterback, but he's too old.
Yeah,
that's his biggest downside. Maybe it'll be a good choice. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I'm iffy about it, but
what's your feeling on franchise quarterbacks in general? I feel like teams are throwing just tons of money at these guys, and it just screws it up. I think because when they get these big contracts, it doesn't seem like they do better.
Do you think Jimmy Garoppolo could live up to the hype?
That's the thing.
He's making $140 million.
Yeah, a huge thing to watch.
Well, okay, but the thing is, 5 years ago, didn't Roethlisberger sign something like that?
Look
what he's done with the Steelers. And by the way, Jalen Ramsey called him trash. But
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Big Ben? I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
Really?
I'm not a big fan. No.
What is it? 2-3 Super Bowls in the last 10 years?
Dirty Will Ferrell.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, well, Will Ferrell's hilarious, dude. He's literally my idol.
Like a Will Ferrell after he's at the bar for 20 years, just kind of just sitting there.
Will Ferrell's got big, afro curly hair. Big Ben doesn't.
Still looks like him. Yeah.
So, speaking of a franchise quarterback, do you think Cam Newton will be a good fantasy draft pick?
Yeah. He's a gamble. He's a true gamble. I think he has a lot of upside, but a lot of downside. Crazy variance in his points. Yeah.
He'll run for 1,000 yards. He'll get a few touchdowns that way, which will boost his records. But look, his interception rate is unreal. He literally throws picks left and right.
I agree.
Left and right.
And Andrew Luck, too, is another one. I think he's a great quarterback. And he was a great quarterback in his first 3 years of the NFL.
I think he passed his prime.
Yeah, because he's like a three-time Pro Bowler, I think.
Yeah,
and
he did fantastic.
He was getting compared. He was like to Peyton Manning at one point.
But can he stay healthy?
No,
and that's a thing.
I don't think he's been hurt for the past 3 seasons. I think, and I don't think he's that good of a quarterback anymore. But that's just my opinion.
So stay tuned for the next one where we're going to be covering running backs, and Matt's going to be going over some crazy stats there. So thanks again. See ya.
See you guys.